Hey, welcome back to the CD show. I'm Chris.
I'm Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. Here we are. Great time to be back.
Beautiful day outside.
Yeah, right.
Sunny.
Yeah, glad to everybody joined us.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta get it started. Big
announcement.
announcement.
Not like last
week.
week, but this is good for us.
Yeah. We passed the century mark on this
subscribers. That's great.
That's huge.
Thank everybody that
absolutely.
has subscribed. Actually, we passed the century. I believe it was like Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time I looked, we're almost at 120 now.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's really
I think last week we had almost 400 views.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So that's great. So, one thing, make sure, we always say at the end of the show, but let's get it maybe at the front.
Get the thumbs up. Yeah.
Thumbs up. Keep it coming. Keep subscribing. It's great. Just gives us an opportunity to be here and get this information out to our team and everybody here at WTC and the family company.
Absolutely.
So, a couple weeks ago, I think you sat down with one of our drivers, longtime driver.
Yeah.
And I think he's what we call the over-the-road driver, true over-the-road driver.
Been with us a long time. You may be able to tell by while we watch this video. He wasn't exactly comfortable in front of the camera, but he did well. He adjusted well, and I kind of really threw him on the spot. Let's watch it. You'll get a lot.
Good afternoon. Here I am with Lee, one of our veteran drivers. Lee happened to be walking through the office, I guess, and I snagged him and threw him on the spot here. So, Lee, how long have you been with us?
17 years. February 28th.
February 28th, 17 years. That's a heck of a long time to be with us, and obviously we much appreciate for that. Got a lot of loads covered by you. What keeps you here, though? Like, what makes you want to drive? Not necessarily, I guess, here. What makes you want to continue to drive truck?
Well, I like the freedom.
That's awesome. And you mentioned the mechanics. That's obviously a big key part to the organization. Yes. And obviously, over 17 years, you have seen and learned to work with different types of people in the maintenance.
Oh, yes.
And you've seen things change. As we were talking here briefly before we started recording, when you first started, you said, 92 trucks?
Yeah, there was like 92, 93 trucks.
And they're all brand new, right?
No, they were old.
So you've seen the newer trucks come aboard, you've seen us obviously grow.
Yes.
But overall, what would you say, let's go technology. That's obviously has changed the way the game is played now and the way the job is done. Is that frustrating? Is it more welcoming to you? Is it more comfortable, relaxing? What's your take on the technology with the computers, cameras, and everything that we have in the trucks?
Oh, it's just part of the business. It's not only, I'm not the only person that's got to make the money. The company has to make money to stay in business so I can make money.
Right. And so we make sure everything's legal and we protect you as you go down. Good.
It's just, you have to adjust to different things from the old way we used to. It's a lot easier now that we have the computerized logs.
Yeah, especially with your old age.
And I'm getting old. I got rid of all my beard.
You shaved up for us today, didn't you? That's why I thought I caught him.
I'm going home on vacation.
I thought I caught him coming out of the bathroom. I think he just got done shaving up.
Yes.
Looking good for us. So you're going on vacation?
Yes.
Anything special or just a home
No,
stay?
just working at home.
Get away from the truck a little bit?
Yeah.
Good.
Got to work at home too.
So how many more years do you think you retire?
Probably 70. I'll be 71 when I retire.
How old are you now?
56.
You got some years left. Boy, that's a couple more million miles we're going to put under the belt.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you guys know to trust me.
Yes, definitely. You're definitely. It's definitely interesting when I call you because it's very, very seldom. And you're like, "What did I do now?" But it's never. It's never a major phone call. It's never anything major important because again, you are a very safe driver, and it's just sometimes I just want to touch base with you.
Well, that's the thing. If you look at our statistics on our readout report. I don't know if you've ever even looked at it, but one of the things that brought unclarity to me that our major accidents is caused by our senior drivers.
It is actually. We've done some. I've done some statistics myself with it, and actually, it's kind of interesting. The longer they're here, or the older age, they're high risk. And really, that goes back to, one big word that we've actually talked about.
Complacent, I hate that word.
But it's the 100% truth.
I hate that word,
It's so,
complacent.
and I mean, what's very interesting is the amount of small accidents that we have, and the majority of accidents that are small for numbers wise, but they happen in parking lots and low rate of speeds, which
Yeah.
complacency is 100% key with.
That's the thing with people nowadays, you just can't keep moving on.
Right.
Because, that's what I tell everybody, that if you don't talk to the people in charge of your company, you're gonna take your problems right to another company because it's never getting addressed.
Right. It goes back to exactly what you said about communication. If you have an issue, just bring it to the forefront and discuss it,
Right.
and solve the problem and move on.
Right.
You sit there and dwell on. And one thing I've always said is you guys are in a box that it's a thinking box. You're going down the road and all you have is time to think.
Right.
And if you think always negative, you're never going to get yourself out
Right.
of that, and then it's just negative.
I mean, we've had the conversation that the most important person here at the company, with me and you, is me.
100%.
In my eyes, that is the most important.
100%.
That's because not only am I doing a good job, I'm delivering merchandise, but I'm also doing it safely. And I'm up to like 2.3 million miles safe drive.
Which is impressive. It's
And,
extremely impressive.
But I can't let the thinking pattern that my driving and my years of service, what I did in the past, I gotta leave in the past.
Correct.
And I gotta concentrate on the future. A brief second, it could be all gone, and I
Absolutely.
could have hit somebody that's got 8 kids in the car.
Right. So you're focused on the now and the
Right.
future. You always want to, and so therefore you always have your defensive driving in the
Right.
forefront. And you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I tried to.
But well, good. No, Lee, I'm glad that you were able to take a few minutes with us and let us get touch base with you and understand who one of our veteran drivers are. I mean, again, you were here for many, many years, and you have a huge part of helping this company grow.
Lee, that is Lee.
You can't make it any better. I mean, it was actually a very long sit down with Lee. It was a good conversation.
Right.
I mean, I always like to chat with Lee, and like I said, so we took some key points out of the interview because
Right.
it was almost 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I sat down 'cause, once he finally started getting going, we talked about quite a few good things. So
Yeah, Lee's, like I said earlier, he's an road driver. He's been here for a lot of years. He's seen the countryside. He's seen our company grow, and I think he just wants the best for himself and the company. Just a great guy to be on our team, and really, what we always will say, the road driver is not, they don't pop up every day.
No.
It's really, and we're thankful Lee's on the team. And,
correct.
and it goes for all those over-road drivers. Tough job, you're out there a month at a time. I think he was just going on vacation this week. I saw him out in the lobby this week. I think he was excited he was going on vacation.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
again, Lee, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
I know you're busy when you do have time, you want to get home right away. So appreciate you sitting down, taking a minute or two.
Yeah, and it's great. The Who's Who segment is so, great that we learned all these different personalities.
Oh, yeah.
The compromise Watson
You
Town
get to
Trucking.
meet all kinds of different people.
And we got some special things coming ahead. So you stay tuned, for the Who's
sure.
Who and
Definitely.
there's some great things coming ahead. So, I guess what we always say every week is what time is it now? And it's the weekly update.
The weekly update.
Yeah. Exciting time.
Yeah. I mean, we did have another good week.
Yep.
Now a few different things here. One in the interview with Lee, where we, his word that he hates complacency.
Right.
I'll touch base on that here in just a minute. But we had a good week. No DOT report accidents, but we did have an injury.
Okay.
A work injury. So it was a mishap that is going to lose us a driver for a couple weeks, but hopefully we can rebound from that. But going back to where Lee was saying about how he hates complacency, and I think him and I hate it for two different reasons. I'm not a fan of it because I deal with it every day and I see it. And so what I actually did is I took a minute and I looked back since January 1 and where complacency sets in. And as I stressed, it's a low rate of speed. Where drivers start to think that I'm comfortable. I don't need to worry about this. I'm good. We've actually had 40 mishaps.
Oh wow!
And totaling all paid out. Now they're all not closed out yet.
Okay.
We still have some standing out there, but we're just about $50,000 in. So,
That's a big chunk of money, right?
yeah, those little accidents just really start to add up. So that's where the complacency, where I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of complacency, and Lee has his own personal.
You know, I guess really, like you said, I think you touched on it a little bit, but it comes down to, you know, they get in some tough situations. You know, it's not easy, and it's like just get out and look. It sounds simpler than what it actually is. You know, in some situations it can be dark. You know, and it's tough. So, by disclosing this information, it's not like we're hammering on them. It's
No,
like
I just want them to
bringing
understand
awareness.
because yes, like you said, sometimes it gets frustrating, and you're in a hurry, you just want to get out of there.
Right.
But to take that extra couple seconds, because I promise you, you ask anybody that had one of those small frustrating accidents, they wish they would have gotten out
exactly.
because it's less frustrating at that point in time instead of having to deal with the accident.
Absolutely. And when we talk about that money, so you know, big announcement last week was the driver pay increase, right?
Mm-hmm.
We raised starting wages. You know, everybody as a driver got a wage increase, which is great. But you know, when we talk about $50,000, that $50,000 can be, you know, when we're talking about future wage increases and stuff, we need to take that into consideration. So everybody's part of this, you know.
Correct.
And you know, I'm always excited to go back to the wage increase. I've had tremendous response from that, and just to let everybody know, I've got those, you know, texts or emails, and just want to say, you know, it's appreciated. You guys have done a great job, and you know, look forward to greater success coming forward, right? So,
Correct.
you know, how about, you know, we always talk about who joined the team this week.
So we actually we have two guys this week.
Okay.
One is they're both actually return drivers.
Okay.
One is a little longer than the other. One's a little bit more than a year. He's coming back as an OTR guy from Washington State.
Washington State. Wow.
So Dwayne, we want to welcome you back.
Absolutely.
And then we have a local guy that's been just, you know, he left just a couple weeks ago but came back, and with Jeff out of Allentown area. So, you know, welcome both of you. We're happy to have you back. Glad you're joining our team again. So
yeah, that's kind of you got Allentown, you got Washington. You know, it shows our expanse of our company. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
And so great to have them on board. Anything else for the weekly update? There's got to be something else. What could it be?
I don't know. What do you got?
I don't know. There's got to be something. Is there not? I don't know.
I think that's it.
Wow.
No. It was a good week.
Is that it?
I think so. Hey, put me on the spot.
I know. No, I just think
I was in Jersey.
You were in Jersey?
I mean, I got to touch base with a couple drivers down there. That was good. We did a little job fair down there.
Absolutely.
And actually, you know, initially we thought maybe it was a bust because nobody really showed up. We had maybe 5 guys show up. But Tony actually has been getting a part of the phone call after that, so that's good.
That's a great thing. And just so everybody knows, I don't know if people really know, we have a small operation. I shouldn't say small, but it's 5-6 drivers based in Vineland, New Jersey, and they just service the Ardall facilities that are down there. 2 warehouses that we manage as a Patent Warehousing. So when we talk about Patent Logistics Group, it's nice to go down there and see the whole thing kind of working together down there. So, you know, and there's one guy down there, you know, I don't want to get off topic here, but Rod. You know, Rod's been here a lot of years. He's been through trucking. He's been through warehousing. You know, I think he's got almost 10 years here. So
yeah, I mean, he basically oversees that whole operation down there, and so definitely a shout out to Rod. I mean, I was down there, like I said, Monday, Tuesday earlier, and I got to spend the evening with Rod. You know, it was good. It was nice to catch up on him because I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, right.
Since he continued that operation over. So, but I mean, overall, you know, like I said, another good week. You know, the mishap that we did have for injury, you know, we're gonna miss him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be a negative impact, but we'll, you know, hopefully he comes back and just as good as he was when he left. So, you know,
absolutely.
We'll work with him to get him back and ready.
Absolutely. So I guess I'll wrap up the weekly update.
The weekly update's all wrapped up this week.
Okay, and you know, what do we go through next?
Well, every week.
Oh.
Every week. Never forget about the sponsors.
Yeah, we wouldn't even be here.
You know, I mean, I don't know if anybody actually notices, but we try to move stuff around here on the the set.
Yeah.
New picture
New
here.
picture here.
Picture up here.
I wonder how many noticed that.
I don't know.
Or are they just looking at our?
Well, let's see. Listen, if you notice that we added some things and moved things around, I want to see in the comments what you see. So maybe we can add that each week. We'll move something around and move some things, add some things.
Keep it active.
Check it out and
that way we know we're paying attention.
Right, not just watching us for the views. But hey, our sponsors, you know, we'll give a shout out to them, Patent Logistics, the Patent family, you know, Wattstown Trucking, Patent Warehousing, Patent Logistics as a whole. Like we say every week, we can't do it without them.
Absolutely.
You know, we appreciate everything that they do for us and the support that we have from them.
Yeah, and you know, just to again move on from that. as we go to the next week. You know, I'm excited. The Who's Who, we got some great things in store.
Yes, we got some.
We'll keep the weekly updates coming, right? We want to know how we're doing, where we're at. You know, maybe some tips. We'll always be here, you know?
Right.
And just stay tuned, give us a thumbs up.
Wait, really, I guess what we could actually do is we could utilize those comments as well. If there's someone out there that you, as a driver, feel that you're communicating with or you have a conversation with and you don't know them, and you'd like us to take the time to get the Who's Who so you can understand them, or you can just get that face to the name, you know, if you're from, you know, out over the road or just not from local and you don't know, you know, type it in the comments. Well, you know, we're definitely always looking for ideas what you all want to see from this show.
Yeah, and then also we can't always forget, like, if you know somebody wants to join the team, send them to our website, WatsonTownTrucking.com, and then
reach out to Tony or myself, and we'll get them all squared away.
absolutely. So until next week, I guess, everybody get home to their families safely, and we look forward to seeing you around.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care.